All of you guys doing good and taking care of yourselves. I hope your week has been off to a brilliant start. Welcome to Vedantu 9th and English channel. My name is Anoop. I am a master teacher of physics here at Vedantu. A very good evening to all of you guys out there. So yes, how are you guys doing, people? All good? Yes. Hi, hello, hi. This is Simranji. What's up? How you doing? Hi, Bhumi. Hi, Ayush. What's up? Hi, Dipanshu. Welcome. I hope every one of you guys are taking good care of yourselves and your exam preparations are at full speeds. So yes, what am I here to talk about? What is this session all about? Let me tell you that first. It's very evident, guys, that as you're nearing your exams, your stress levels have also gone up a lot, right? It's very evident. There's nothing to question about it. It's for sure that your stress levels have gone through the roof. Some of you guys might be feeling very overwhelming at this point of time since your exams are getting closer and closer. So I'm here to give you some guidance, a little bit of peace of mind, so that when the day is, come, when you arrive at your examinations, at your hall, you don't feel as stressed, as overwhelmed as you're feeling at this point of time. So that is the only reason behind today's session. I hope you'll find this helpful. I hope that you'll use the tips and tricks that I'm going to tell you today to help you better yourself, to better manage that stress level of yours. Alright, so shall we start with today's session? Yes. Sure, Daiji, sure. Alright, so can we start with today's session, people? Can I get a oh yeah in the chat box if you guys are all ready? Give me a oh yeah in the chat box so that we can get started and become as peaceful as this Buddha right here. Yes, that is the spirit. Hi Simranji, what's up? Yeah, sure. No worries, Simranji, no worries. Alright, guys. So without wasting much more time, everyone listen carefully, because every tip that I'm going to tell you today is going to be somewhat related to you. Maybe not completely, but somewhat related to you. So pay attention and make sure you note down all these important tips, because it's definitely going to help you manage your stress a lot better than what it is right now. So first of all, guys, let me tell you one thing, that exam stress or stressed about your examination is a very common thing. It's not that you're the only one there. You're not alone. Everyone has gone through it. Me, your teachers, your parents, your friends, your school teachers, all of them have at least once in their life gone through the stress of examination, and this is your first proper board examination. You have never given board exams before, so the word board examination itself can cause a lot of stress within. That is very natural, so please understand that it's a very natural thing. There's nothing to be scared of. But what you need to really understand is, you need to know what is the reason why you're so scared. Now, exam stress is a common thing, but what is the actual fear behind it? You need to find that out first. What is the leading cause of that stress? Are you really scared of examination because you're not prepared properly? You're not planned everything properly? Are you scared of examination because your motivation level is a little less? That is, you're not feeling that confident about giving your board exam? Are you feeling stressed because of the expectation, not because you're not prepared, but because you're scared about not living up to the expectation of your parents or your friends? Or are you feeling stressed just because of the competition that you have among your friends and your neighbors? You need to find out what is the reason for that stress, because ultimately, guys, exam stress is one thing, but it should not be that stress will eat you up. It should not be such that the stress is going to eat you up. So in order to not let that happen, you need to figure out what is the exact reason why you're feeling so stressed. And that reason you can only figure out if and only if you spend some time on it. You need to spend talking to yourself. You need to, I know it sounds lame talking to yourself and all that, but you need to do that. You need to understand what is the reason why I'm feeling so stressed. You need to understand the actual reason behind it. Now, whatever the reason might be, whatever tips I'm going to tell you right now, that is going to help you manage it. But the first step to acknowledging that you are stressed is by understanding what is the reason for it. That is the first thing you must do. But nonetheless, I'm going to tell you a few things that can help you manage your stress a little better. But again, guys, I'm telling you one thing, there can be a billion different things. It's not just that these are the only things. There are a lot of things that can build that stress. It could be tons of things that I have not mentioned over here also. But at the end of the day, when you understand it, when you acknowledge it, that is the first step towards managing that stress of yours. So now the real question that we're here to answer is this: how do I deal with the stress? How do I make sure that this stress does not eat me up on the inside? First thing I would like to tell you is this, guys: revise. See, if you're feeling stressed just because of the lack of preparation, just because you're feeling like you're not prepared for the exam, you still have a good amount of days, about 20 to 30 days before your examination. So make use of that time to prepare properly. Make sure you prepare everything properly. Revise the concepts, because that is something that you can still do. You still have 20 days left where you can actually sit and revise every single subject of yours, which would obviously lead to getting rid of that stress completely. So first thing that you can do is very simple: revise the concepts. That is something which you can easily do in order to manage your stress. Very simple thing which every one of you guys can do. Again, this is a simple tip to help you manage that stress, because once you're prepared, that stress, you will not have that stress anymore. So make sure you sit and revise every single concept that you've already covered. Second thing, guys, is something which is related to your attitude. Always stay positive. No matter what is going on around you, you must always find a way to stay positive. Because here is the thing, guys. Let me just give you a simple example. See, have you guys ever heard about eagles? Yeah? Eagles? Have you guys heard about this bird called as eagles, which basically is considered to be one of the premier predators, right? You know, where in the bird family, it's considered to be like a high class of the bird family with very big wingspan and all that. Now, let me tell you one thing, guys. When it rains, when it rains generally, see, birds in general, be it sparrow or a parrot or any other bird for that matter, what they generally do is that when it starts to rain, because they don't want their feathers to get wet, they have to find shade or cover under a tree or under a house or under a roof, whatever it is, right? They have to find shade so that they don't get wet. But an eagle, on the other hand, always when it starts to rain, would actually fly above the clouds. They would actually start to soar above the clouds. Now, all I'm trying to tell you is this thing: all the birds, be it eagle, be it all the other birds, they all have the same problem. They all have to manage from not getting wet. But they both have a different way of dealing with things. Eagle managed to go above the clouds and start flying over the clouds, whereas all the other birds find a way to find shade. Now, this is what happens in life also, guys, because life will throw you a lot of curveballs. It will throw you a lot of googly balls. You need to find a way to manage that stress and stay positive, because at the end of the day, everyone have the same problem. All of us have 24 hours. Each and every one of your friends also have the same problem. But how do you manage that? How do you deal with that problem? That is what matters the most. So always stay positive. There is no one better to encourage yourself than you, my friend. Nobody can encourage you better than you. So sit and understand that there is no one who can replace you. So always stay positive. Doesn't matter what happens, stay positive in life. It's very, very important, guys, because your attitude is the key towards not just success in your board examination, but in life also. Being positive is going to be very, very important. It's going to play a very key factor in deciding how successful you become in life. right? So that is the second tip. I know it's something that you've heard a billion times, but it works. It definitely works. So why don't you give it a shot? If you haven't tried it until now, why don't you just give it a shot right now? You still have 20 days left. I think that is a good amount of time for you to make those slight changes to help you manage that stress of yours. Third tip, guys, is to not compare yourself. It's very easy to say that, but it's harder to not do it, right? It's so hard to not compare you with your best friend. It's very hard because you've been with that guy forever, like guy, girl, whatever it is, you've been with them forever, you've been studying together, so it's obviously going to be impossible for you to not compare yourself with your friend. But you should always understand that nobody is exactly the same. Again, I'm going to say the same example, guys. If you take your left hand right now and look at your fingertips, your fingerprints that you have, the fingerprint of your thumb is not the same as your little finger. The fingerprint of your little finger is not the same as your index finger. But does it mean that your little finger is not as important as your thumb? Is it okay for you to not have your little finger at all? Would you be okay if someone takes off your little finger? Yeah. Is that not important? Does it not play any role in your life? Obviously not, right? It is still important. Every part of your hand, every part of your finger is equally important. Just because it's different does not mean it's less important. And the fact is, your thumb, your own right hand or left hand, does not have the same fingerprints. So how can you compare your level of thinking, your IQ, with someone else's? Don't do it to yourself, because the only thing that comes out when you compare yourself is insecurities, guys. It's just insecurities. It's just fear and things that you don't have. But what you forget to think or understand is that there are a lot of things that your friend might be jealous of you. Things that you have that your friend might be jealous of. It's always going to be there, people. It's always going to be there. So I would just say you this: don't compare yourself, because again, I'm telling you this, nobody is better than you at leading your own life. There's no one who can do it better than you. So it does not matter how his life is or how her life is. You need to focus on your life. You need to focus on only one thing: you becoming successful. Don't compare yourself and pull yourself down. Alright, super important, guys. It's very, very important. This is the most biggest mistakes that all of us end up doing. And I'm not saying that you're doing it. I've also done it. Even I have done it. I personally have done it a billion times. So I'm telling you this, there's nothing good that is going to come out of it. Don't do that to yourself, because comparing yourself with other people is not going to yield you the result that you want it, right? It's only going to lead to more heartache, more problems, more troubles. Why do you want that, right? You have your own problems to deal with. You have your own things to deal with. So just let that go and focus on your life. Don't compare it to someone else's, right? Fourth tip, guys, is very important, as important as all the other tips that I just told you. That is to take short, regular breaks. There's this saying, people who go to gym, right? People who go to gym, they don't go for gym 7 days a week. They might go for 5 days a week, or sometimes some people even go for 4 days a week. Do you know why they do that? Like, what do you think is the reason? Working out 7 days a week is a good thing only. It is a good thing. Your body is working out, building muscles and stuff. But why is it that they don't go for 7 days a week? Rather, they go for 5 days a week or 4 days a week. Like, what do you think could be the reason for that? Anyone who knows the answer for this, like any biology students here who can actually answer this, like what? Exactly. It is important for your body to take a break. Because when you build muscles, you don't build muscles in your gym. You build muscles while you're resting. Because when you lift weights, your muscle cells, your muscle fibers are breaking down, and what happens is that you needed to rebuild. You needed to give time for you to rebuild. And that's what happens in life also, people. Your brain is also a muscle. If you continuously strain it over and over and over again, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, obviously it's going to break down. You need to give regular breaks, and that is true in everything and anything in life. Even your computers, if you use for 24 hours a day for 365 days a year, obviously it's not going to run smoothly. It'll have a lot of lag. Yes or no, people? It'll obviously have a lot of lag. If you don't turn off your laptop or your computer for 24 hours a day and you keep it on forever for 365 days a day, a year, obviously it's going to get slower. Doesn't matter how much the RAM is, it's obviously going to get slower. That's true for your brain also, guys. Your brain is also a muscle, so you need to give it some break every once in a while. Regularly take a break, go for a walk, play some games. It's important that you do that. Some of us keep forgetting that it's a muscle. You keep forgetting that it's a muscle and you keep overtraining it. Don't do that to yourself. I know exams are coming. I know that you have to, even 1 minute is also important. But see, there is a story. I don't know if you guys heard this. There's a story of a a lumberjack. So I'll just tell you this story. Alright, it's something that you would actually. I hope it'll make you understand this. So there was a lumberjack. Alright, lumberjack and the person is a person who basically cuts wood and stuff. Right. So there were two lumberjacks. So here's what happened. The first lumberjack used to cut the wood, alright, cut a tree, take 15 minutes break to sharpen his axe, and again cut another tree. And he used to keep doing this. And there was another lumberjack who used to basically work really hard. So what he used to do is he used to sit and cut trees for 4 hours a day, 6 hours a day, 8. He increased that to 8 hours next day, then to 14 hours. He used to keep on cutting. But the problem was that he was finding it harder and harder for him to cut even one single tree, which made it take longer. That is what happened, from 6 hours to 8 hours to 10 hours to 14 hours. It was increasing every day because he was finding it harder and harder for him to cut that tree. So one day what happened was that this second lumberjack went and asked the first lumberjack, like, what is the secret of your success? Like, why is it that you don't take so much time to cut the same amount of logs of wood that I do in a lesser amount of time? And the first lumberjack said that after every tree that I cut, I make sure I sharpen my axe for 15 minutes at least. And this is what you need to do, people. Your brain, in order for it to stay sharp, you need to give it breaks, and that is what the sharpening of axe means. You need to give it some breaks so that your brain can actually focus on the next task. If you continuously keep on doing it, like for example, let's say that you start studying physics and then you get bored, then you jump to chemistry, and then you get bored, you can't jump to biology without giving any breaks. What is going to happen is that your brain is going to start feeling tired. Don't do that to yourself. If you're feeling stressed, take 15 minutes break, then take up another topic. Or if you want to continue with the same topic, go ahead by doing that. But it's important, it's very important that you take short, regular breaks as well. Fifth is this, guys. See, there's a saying, I don't know if you've heard this, it's called as consistency is key, right? Consistency is the key to success. Consistency is the key to success. And here also, in life, in your examination also, that obviously holds true, guys. See, again, if I take the example of a gym, if you just think about it for a second, guys. Let's say that you join the gym. Alright, let's say that all of you guys join the gym the very next day. If you work out for 6 hours continuously for one day and then don't work out for the next 2 weeks, would you be able to get to the body that you want to? Would you be able to get to the physique that you want to? Yes? Do you think it's possible if you work out for 6 hours continuously and then don't do it for the next 2 weeks and then again go and work out for 6 hours again and then don't do it for another 2 more weeks? Would you be able to get to the desired physique that you want to? Obviously not. Obviously not. Doesn't matter how good you think you are, you cannot do that to yourself. And that is exactly what happens over here also, people. If you think that I study for 4 hours, sir, and the next 2 days I'm not going to study, and then again I'm going to study for 4 more hours, and then again 2 more days I'm going to take a break, that is not going to work. You need to make sure that you have a proper routine. What time you're going to wake up? How much time are you spending on revising? How much time are you spending on or other activities like watching TV or having your lunch, breakfast, whatever it is? You need to have a proper routine, and the only thing that matters is not just writing it down, but also religiously adhering to that routine as well. Religiously continuously going through that routine and making sure that you're following that routine every single time. That is very, very important, guys, because at the end of the day, no matter what you take in life, consistency is the key to success. And for your board exams also, if you want to score 90% and above, consistency is the most important thing that is going to help you become successful. Because again, it's simple as this, people. When smart people don't work hard, the hard workers would always take over. That is the fact of life. Doesn't matter. See, some of your friends, there might be few people in your class who, if they don't study, they will still end up scoring good marks, right? Have you guys come across any such people in your life or in your class? Do you have such people in your life where you basically, sit in, there are people who actually study one day a night and they still score 80%, 90%. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys might have such friends in your life, right? I myself had one of my best friends itself was like that. So that is like that. But if the thing is, guys, if you want to compete with those kind of people, if you want to really compete with those kind of people who are naturally very smart, you can't do anything about it. All you have to do is work hard. Simple as that. You have to work hard. They might have the smarts, you have the time with you. You need to put in the effort, work hard so that you can beat them. That is the only way you can become successful. There's no getting around it. If they have given us, God has blessed them with the smarts. Good for them. But it does not mean that you can't still take them. You can't still beat them. You have to put in the effort. You need to have a proper routine. Follow that routine, and that is what is going to lead you to the success that you want. The sixth tip, people, which is going to help you manage your stress like crazy, that is getting enough sleep. There's no replacement for this, people. I know that a lot of you guys here study till 2 o'clock in the night, 3 o'clock in the night, and then wake up at 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning and again sit and study for hours together. But let me tell you this, people, if you don't give your brains the time to relax, to let go of all the unwanted memory that has been stored throughout the day, your brain is not going to function fully. You need to sleep at least 7 to 8 hours of proper sleep. You need it. You require it. Your body demands it. And if you don't give it to that, if you don't give your body at least 7 to 8 hours of proper sleep, what is going to happen is that your body will start producing certain hormones which can actually cause you negative damage. It is not going to help you in any way whatsoever. Please, it's a humble request from my side. Get proper sleep, at least 6 to 7 to 8 hours. 6 to 8 hours of sleep, so you definitely require. Your body needs that rest. It is super duper important, guys, because it's not, I'm not talking about you passing your 10th standard. You might do that, but it's going to cause a lot of long-term effects as well, guys. If you keep doing that, if you keep doing this to yourself for a really long time, that can actually affect your growth. It can affect your memory. It can affect your way of life. Please don't do that, especially these days with so many distractions around you, with PUBG and everything that is going on around you. It's very easy not to have proper sleep. But if you don't do this long term, I'm talking about 10-20 years from now, you will still face the adverse effect. So please make sure that you get proper sleep. The sleep that you get, the 7 to 8 hours of sleep that you get, is very important for you to manage that stress level, that stress hormone of yours, and it's going to help you bring down that stress massively, drastically. And last tip, guys, to help you manage your stress, to help you bust that stress of yours, is to exercise regularly. Please do that. At least 20 to 30 minutes. Go for a jog, take a walk, take your cycle, go around the neighborhood, go do something. Don't just use your thumbs all the time. Alright, don't just use your thumbs all the time. You need to sometimes go out and walk and run and do something else. Get some fresh air as well. Your thumb is not the only muscle you need to work. All right, please understand, your thumb is not the only muscle that you need to. I'm talking about all the PUBG players and Call of Duty players out there. Your thumb is not the only muscle that needs constant work. Your body also needs it. So please go out and play at least for 30 to 40 minutes. It's important that you do, because again, that exercise that you do, the exercise have been, again, it's been scientifically proven that if you exercise regularly, that can definitely help you manage your stress. So kindly do that, which is going to help you in a long, in the long run also it's going to help you, and in a long way also it's going to help you manage your stress. All right, so those are all the tips and tricks, people. For all those who have just joined right now, I hope that it was helpful. But yes, for all those who have just joined in, please go through the video once again. I've put out 7 tips to help you manage your stress a little better. So yes, people, found it helpful? Are you going to use it, or you just going to listen from here and then let it go from here? Yes? What's going to happen? Sure, Simranji, sure. Hi, Tarunji, what's up? Long time. Hi, Simran, what's up? Hi, Jatin, what's up, buddy? Hi, how are you, Jatin? All good? Okay, so yes, guys, I hope you found it helpful. And more importantly, see, it's not just about, finding it helpful. I'm hoping that you guys would start using these tips, because again, at the end of the day, you need to stay calm before your examinations, people, because that, if you're calmer, you would actually tend to think a lot better. You probably would have known this, that when you're under stress, you tend to forget things. You tend to forget the smaller details, right? All the small things which you know is important, you might end up forgetting it. But when you actually are, calmer, you can actually think a lot better. So kindly take your time to manage your stress a lot, to get that stress under control, so that it doesn't affect you on the day of your examinations. All right, so these are all the tips, people. I know some of them are repeated, but again, these do work. They have been time tested, so it's all about you following it religiously to help you make your life a little better. All right, term 1 weightage, not really sure. We have to get the official word from CBSE. As of now, there's no official word from CBSE. Once it's out, I'll definitely let you know. All right, sure, Jatin, sure. I've been really busy these days, planning everything. But yes, all right, guys. So yes, before we leave, I have one more way to help you manage your stress, and that is, people, Milke Machate Hai challenge. So here it is, people. We have come up with a brand new challenge to help you manage that stress of yours just a little break from your regular routine. So these are the rules and regulations for this challenge. You have to basically make your own video. It can be any of the talent that you feel like you have. You can just make a video on that. You have to basically put the IPL audio of Vedantu. I don't know if you guys know this. Vedantu's ad is going to be put up on IPL matches also from here on out. So you have to put the background of these IPL audio, and put the hashtag Milke Machate Hai, and also use this hashtag. With that, also tag @Vedantu Learns _Vedantu Learns. Make sure you invite your friends also, so tag your friends also in it. You have time till 7th of April to make this happen. It's why am I telling you that this is a stress management? Because guys, if you get it, if you do all of these things, you stand a chance to win some awesome goodies like Vedantu t-shirt, Vedantu bag, 5,000 rupees worth Amazon voucher, mega surprise as well. That is for winner number 1. Winner number 2, that is the runner-up, would be getting a Vedantu t-shirt, Vedantu bag, and 5,000 rupees voucher. The second runner-up would be getting a Vedantu t-shirt and a Vedantu bag. And other 6 lucky participants, the rest 6 of them, would be getting Vedantu t-shirt, Vedantu bag, and they'll also be getting a surprise goodie as well. So this is the Vedantu's Milke Machate Hai challenge. It'll be on 7th of 7 p.m. on 8th of April. This will be coming up live on all of Vedantu's live, all the channels, 9th and Hindi, 9th and English, Math Pirates. We have our very own Young Wonders. So all the channels, YouTube channels of Vedantu, this will be put up live, so you can see yourself over there. All right. So that's it from my side, guys. That is all for today. I am going to end this session right here, right now. I hope you found it helpful. Again, I would just say this. I would just end the session by saying this, that once again, you guys are not alone, right? It's not the first time that students have gone through this. You're not the first one, and you'll not be the last one for sure. So relax yourself, because at the end of the day, people, this is just another examination. You have given so many exams in your life, all the way from first standard until now. You've given a lot of exams. So relax yourself and tell yourself that this is just another exam. All right, and all the very best of luck. Make the best out of it. You're getting a second chance to correct your mistakes that you've made in your term 1 exams. Use it, utilize it, make use of it, and be the best version of yourself. Alright, all the very best of luck. Take care and see you all. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Adios for now. Good night. Bye bye. Take care. See you all. Bye guys. See you all. Enjoy yourself.